Good morning, everybody. Oh, one sec. I think we're not live on YouTube yet, just on Twitch. So we'll give it just a moment. All right. Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to Alex's morning stream, our pre-work work session, where we try to get some cool project stuff done and make better use of mornings than uh, just sitting in bed and reading Spider-Man comics, which is otherwise what I would probably be doing right now. And if you would like to make things even better, take them up a notch, all you need for that is a cup or a mug or a glass, a tankard, chalice or stein, a canteen, jug or flask, a vessel of any kind. Fill it with your favorite liquid. I'm still drinking this oolong tea here. And join me now for the unparalleled pleasure, the dopamine hit of the day, the thing that makes everything better. It's called the simultaneous sip. It happens right now. Go. Okay, now that we've done that, let's get into the plan for today. So yesterday there was no stream because I just did not sleep at all that night. I woke up right before work, so yeah, not enough time for streaming. But today is the first real one. We're gonna actually get some stuff done today, so that'll be awesome. Um, and I think I wasn't able to pick between I think the two topics that I was or projects that I was kind of interested in would be either going through the Jai documentation and examples, trying to doing a let's play, let's play reading the Jai examples, um, or starting again to try to build up some Windows platform layer code in in C on Windows and Mac. Uh, and I think both of those are kind of more like research topics. I think I'm going to give it a little bit to stew and figure out if there is a specific uh, end goal that I would have for doing those. Um, some kind of program that I'd want to actually try writing in Jai, or some game I'd wanted to use that platform layer code to take advantage of. So I'm going to go with I'm going with neither. Instead, we're going to be working on uh, a mobile app, and this is going to be a good one. Oh Lord, please OBS. All right, there we go. The thing we're going to be working on today is a mobile app because it's an idea that that I actually had. That's a project that I think is very achievable in a short amount of time. And the thing about getting back into the groove is getting those wins in. So we're going to be starting this time using trying things out in Swift UI. I've never done that before. Uh, my last mobile app project was all React Native stuff and Expo, because at the time I didn't have a Mac, so I couldn't deploy to iOS for actually using on my phone. But now I've got a Mac. I wanted to see how things are in Xcode. See the whole canon process of developing a native app through here before I go in and try to rock the boat too much. In the past, uh, I've tried to follow in the footsteps of my friend Ten Beddickson, um, who has done some good work in trying to demystify and remove a lot of the creepy proprietary stuff that you have um, in working on Apple software development. So he reverse engineered the whole pipeline and everything uh, for rendering iOS and Mac applications. like almost completely cutting Xcode out of the process, which is really awesome. Getting things in like a super streamlined, fast state. Uh, however, like I've started down that road, but I think I am not as experienced a enough an Apple developer to know like what the problems are with that. I live mostly in Windows, doing a lot of um, either just like Windows library or some limited like WinForm, WPF stuff, like a bunch of nasty stuff. Um, and I think it would be good uh, to get some of that experience on like a little tiny app here, uh, and try to actually go launch that and make the best use of things. I think that would be a really good project. I think it'll be a project we can get done with pretty fast here. Uh, Hopefully, I don't know, the plans for it are really quite simple, and I think the only major problem we're gonna have is if I try to pretty it up and add a bunch of effects and stuff. Um, but I think like the core idea of this thing is super easy, and we're gonna be able to just knock it out. So step one obviously is we gotta name this thing, and I think I'm gonna go right now with uh, date night is the name of the project. We'll get into what that actually means and what it is all about in a bit. Um, so let me see. Uh, I think probably all this like metadata crap is changeable later, so I'm not gonna worry too much about that. Um, I have no idea what the difference between Swift UI and Storyboard is here, or doing Swift, I guess. I guess we'll just do all this like default stuff. I think we will need storage, some storage ability. Uh, you know what? But let's just skip that for right now and just see if we can get something working. So yeah, we'll just do create it like right in place here. And I did just start updating Xcode right before the stream, so I hopefully it's all done by now. Uh, but we'll see. We'll still see if that's the case. All right. So I guess we have to figure out what the hell it is we're looking at here. Um, Screw off Apple. So as expected, the default uh, way a GUI app works, GUI development works, is with a bunch of confusing objects nested into each other, that we have to figure out how they all link together. So it's probably a good time to pull up the Swift doc, iOS app doc. All right. Let's not worry about this liquid glass crap for now. let's figure out how to actually go make an app. Which of these is the which of these is the tutorial for actually making an app? Blah blah. I think. Should we try Swift UI? Do learning Swift UI. Let's try that. Alright, sorry if this is relatively boring, especially today. Oh, there we go. Alright, we got the emulators running stuff now. That's like right behind my head. so let's try to move that a little bit. I don't think that's gonna work. Okay, you know what? We'll move me, I guess. How about that? All right, that's a little better. And we'll try to zoom in here. how do I do that? So I don't think it is going to be possible to read this, any of this text here. Oh, you want Vim mode, obviously. Okay, where in the world? Oh, here we go. Did that do anything? I don't think so. I'm not seeing a like percentage thing to change the text size, which is what I would be normally looking for. Oh god. Yeah. Sorry. Also, first time using Xcode in about 10 years, so we will have to deal with that. Oh Jesus. Which looks a little better on stream? Dark mode, light mode. I think unfortunately it's light mode. Sorry everybody. So where in the world is? Oh, here we go. I want that. All right, where's Zoom? Where's the search button? Come on, Apple. Where's the search button? Unbelievable. Unbelievable. We cannot find this thing. Why did I want notifications if like my build is done? Where do I change the font size on this, man? Oh, there we go. Command, not control. Command. you can tell. You can tell what kind of guy I am. All right. All right. So we've got this here. This looked like the thing that the file that was open when we started the project. And it looks like this is the one for the screen. So let's try to figure out what's going on here. So I think the tests. Let's not worry about testing for now. Yeah, testing can come later. Testing can always come later. But so this looks like the content. So I think if my React Native knowledge is anything to go off of, like the iOS has some kind of VStack, that it's pushing things onto so that you can get the native like swipe back and forth to go back to previous screen thing. I think that's the way that it stores some of the stuff. I don't think we need terminal open right now. It's probably going to be good to try to figure that out in here though. All right, so app structure describes the content behavior of your app. SwiftUI app has only one main structure. Where's our main? Is it in this one? Oh, yes, right here. So, unfamiliar with Swift. What does this at mean? Is that just like a tag label, or is that describing? I mean, it's purple, so I assume it's actually doing something. But we will have to figure that out. Or I guess it's magenta, because this is purple. All right, that's fine. We'll figure it out. Okay. Yeah. The at main attribute to the app structure. So that is the entry point. Yes. Oh. Okay. So it's an attribute, whatever the hell that means. So your entire code has to be wrapped in a struct. So I guess this struct is inheriting from, or it's of type app. Lord, much how much junk do you need to, to just have one screen? All right. Let's. So I guess it's treating this content view as the entry point in here, because there's no. Oh God, I gotta. All right, there we go. Yeah, we don't have a func main in here, so I'm gonna assume that that is this content view. So what is that? What does that mean exactly? All right, so body is some member of abstract that we need. Some scene. What the hell does that mean? uh, Scene contains view hierarchy. Okay. Sample uses a window group scene to represent the main window that the app displays. Okay. So, and what is this? This is like another. What is this window group? Is it a? It's a struct where content view. Yeah, I'm not quite sure how that Swift stuff works. We'll figure it out. So let me guess. So it's just a wrapper for this like view hierarchy thing, and Apple is going to provide a couple of default types of it. So we have mail viewer. Oh, now my head is like way too off in the middle here. Let's move me back. All right, that's fine for now. Oh, let me see if I can. Can I add? Oh, not a tab. I want to add like a pane. Oh, not like that. Can I just add like an empty pane somewhere? Like right here. Oh, it's my terminal. All right, you know what? We'll not worry about that right now. You don't need to see the hello world anyway. Okay. All right, that's fine. Okay, so the content view. So we're in the. Oh Jesus, we're in the window group, in the content view. Oh, interesting. Oh, is this just for the emulator? This part here. Ah, I see. Okay, so that kind of makes sense. And then this is the actual thing here. So it's like inheriting from view. Yeah, what does sum mean? Opaque types, allowing you to specify return type conforms to protocol without revealing the exact type. So some and any. So is it like it's like the interface? What? Yeah, I think it means that it has like the correct interface that we want. All right, what is any? An existential type. Bro, what does that mean? Come on. All right, let's see. The any keyword is not mandatory when creating an existential type. Bro, what does that mean? Is like a box that contains something that conforms to a specific protocol. Okay, so um, what the hell does that mean? The box store any concrete type within it as long as the underlying type conforms to the structure. Okay, we'll have to come back to that. There's some some kind of shit going on there. All right. Yeah. So we have this hierarchy. Um. Okay. Here we go. And now we're looking at. So this is like our markup for actually drawing things onto the screen here. That's kind of what we want. Um. To just be able to start that off right now. Yeah. So the body. Content view provided VStack. Do yeah. So that makes sense. Oh, it's always rendering them. Interesting. So I would imagine that is for when you swipe and you can see like the one under it. It seems rather expensive for no reason. Um, I guess we'll have to see if we need that or not. An image. Okay. So we have some built-in symbols in here in Swift UI. Did this comes downloaded? Let's see if we can replace this with like dog or something. Oh, okay, there we go. Dog. Oh, you can't see that. Ah, oh, so irritating. Maybe if I'm up here. Where the hell should I live? All right, I'll be like right in the middle. Okay, yeah, we got dog. Here, let's shrink this back. Oh, why is this so hard to grab onto? Okay, and then I can move me a little bit more that way. Okay, so we got dog. That's a start. What about like sun? Oops. No. What about heart? Okay, cool, cool. Excellent, excellent. All right, so we'll have to look up those. And then text. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Build, run the sample. Okay, so that basically, this whole page just told me about the structs. Okay, all right. Well, let's try to run a build. Let's see if that works. What is it doing? Is installing it to the emulator right now? How do I see? How do I see like the real terminal? That the real output. Mm, mm. Oop. Oh, I found something that we can dump on on that side of the screen. Oh, can we not? All right, never mind. No AI. What about? Oh, invisibles. Sorry, I'm just trying to figure out how I can get another stupid pane that I can just dump. Oh, there we go. Wow, that took a long time to open this thing up. All right. Oh, there it is. So, failed. What did it fail at? And how do I? Oh, come on. How do I make this go over? What? How do I like pop this out? Can I not? You serious? um this is clearly not working here. All right, whatever. How do I get my emulator back? That's what I want to know. Canvas. Oh, there we go. All right, perfect. Okay. Well, so we were able to get a build on emulator. I would like to try to get this deployed on phone too. Am I able to do that somehow? We should probably save, right? Run build for destination. Aha. Is this like not connected to my phone? Does it not just like magically detect that I can pair this to my phone? Alright, you know what? We will not worry too much about that for right now. Let us go commit some of this stuff though while we're here, slash push this. Yep. Okay, awesome. All right, perfect. Okay, let's see. We got like 20 minutes left. Let's try to like get something done here. Scene contains the view hierarchy. I think for right now, I just want one view. I don't really want all this stuff. So let's try to get something here. Let's see if we can figure out how to get some like interesting stuff, because I want like a picker. Okay, awesome. Excuse me. String. Okay. What does it not like about that? All right, how do I find like the doc for like individual types of things, of UI objects? That's what I want to know. Swift UI pathway. Seek out the best view. Blah, 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 blah. I want to find like text input output. Oh, here we go. All right, yeah, let's get like one text input. This is read-only text. Damn, why are there so many different... Oh, Jesus. Okay. Getting some text input. So text field. All right, let's do a text field first for this picker thing. All right, text field. Prompt. Okay, so title. Yeah, whatever. Text. Okay. Will that just work? Unpause, please. Whoa. Oops. Where's that variable? Oh, up there. Let's yank that. Dollar username. Oh, property wrappers are not supported. Var by, oh, so this is, so, whoops, so this has to be in here. Cannot find username and scope. Ah, there we go. Look at that. Okay, sweet. Oh, look at that. We got, we have a, oh, wow, that was gross. This preview runs with like no resources. Okay. Oh. Where'd my emulator go? Does this... Alright, so we do not get live updates here. Alright, let's see how long it takes to rebuild and redeploy something on there. Oh, that was not too bad. Whoa, how did it get fewer? That was most certainly some creepy Apple auto predicted because I just typed nonsense on the keyboard. Okay. All right, yeah. Oh wow, that is really slow to backspace. Why? Huh. That's kind of bizarre. All right. It doesn't really matter though. So, I think it's time. Yeah, we've got 15 minutes left. I guess it's time to explain myself of what exactly it is we're trying to build here. And all right, this is going to be, you know, I think one for the ages. This is a killer mobile app idea that is most certainly going to improve the lives of many people out there. And what it is basically is the plan is collaborative date night picker of you have a couple of categories of types of things. So either it's show to watch. Let me go on my face. So you have like shows to watch, food to eat or order. You've got like the lazy inside house activities, outside house activities, you know, like mood stuff. And you have like two different people editing these or having like their preferences for what they want to do is like a list, you know, tagged by the category, and then you know the app just is going to randomly select based off of what kind of date night mood that you want to have, right? So this is like it's like an impartial solution to uh, to choosing fun activities with your loved one. if you're like me and you get analysis paralysis at just trying to figure out what show to watch for the night, or what movie or whatever. So, like I said, I don't think this is too complicated a piece of tech to actually come up with. Uh, Obviously, I think the biggest hurdles here is the fact that I don't know Swift at all. I don't really know native iOS development. And um, in terms of like the actual app itself, it is going to be the uh, like how do we get two different people able to sync up their lists and add accounts and stuff. So we'll need to determine some kind of solution for that. Um, like that, I think I understand how you would do that a in like web app. Uh, but I have no idea like from this stack, what's the best way about going about that. So it's possible actually, we can probably create a working version of this app without any of the networking and backend stuff. You just have you know two different lists on one device. But I think it would be not as fun. Um, so at some point we will go for maybe for that cooler version of it. But for right now, like the whole thing is just like a picker app. And I have a lot of experience um, in developing stupid little picker apps. And this is just me, just a me problem. But I've got like a few too many comic books to read, and it's always a challenge figuring out like which which one to read next, like which is the next run after I finish a book. So um, this is kind of a version of that, but the difference is, it's two player, hypothetically, um, and we have this sort of like date night theme to it uh, that I think is more interesting than like someone shitting around by themselves trying to read comic books. This is a very unique problem to me, I feel, but this one is not. I think this is a more general thing. And I'm sure someone's come out with something that does this exact same thing. This is not a like I said, this is not a very unique idea, but and there's like you know physical hardware solutions to this problem. But I thought it would be a good project to just try out. Um, like I said, get back on our feet of getting into the rhythm of doing projects like this and really working on stuff. Um, so that is, I guess, it for today. I think we don't really have enough time to get to anything else. I'm just gonna go commit a stupid little text input. But that's kind of the plan for the immediate future, is to keep working on this. Uh, I know that it probably cannot be too interesting to watch a guy read documentation, but that is just the reality of that's the reality of coding, and coding something new, right? Is you're gonna have to do stuff like this. Um, so that's that. I think in the very near future we will uh, the like the first thing we're going to try to do, aside from just like learning Swift UI stuff, is to get the single player version of this thing working, where we can enter and create a list of items, a single list of items, and then press a button on the app that just picks from that list and tells us, what fun activity we're going to be doing for the night. That is step number one, and then we will keep moving on from there. So hopefully, like I said on Monday, tomorrow is going to be a no stream day because I've got some stuff to do in the office. So in the office means no stream. But I think on Friday we will have some good time to go run through and try to get some stuff done. So hopefully, you join me again on Friday and we're able to do some fun stuff here. I see we have one viewer on Twitch. Thank you for watching for the whole stream. I don't know. I have no idea who you are. Um, but I appreciate the sticking with me through the past 40 minutes. That is really awesome of you. Uh, I don't know if you're a bot. To be fair, I'm still quite new at this, so I cannot tell who is bots or not. But I appreciate your time and attention. It's been uh, it's been fun. It's been good to get back in the swing of things, and I think this is probably uh, hopefully we keep this going. So I think that's enough rambling. That's going to be it for me for today. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day. Just keep sipping.